Hello all. Sorry, I'm still learning StreamYard. I forgot to hit go live. So Mandy and I have been live here for a few minutes by ourselves.
Hello, lovelies.
So who do we have out there? It says that there's 3 out there. We have private people that are anonymous, right?
Hit your live comments.
I am on live comments.
There's Chrissy.
Oh, we got Chrissy. We got Old
Hi,
Reading
Boo-Boo.
Farm. Hello.
Yay! Old Reading Farm. Hello. We're going to become
Lynette.
Hi, Lynette. I'm going to become a permanent fixture on your lives now, I guess.
See, now I got to go over here to see who we have. And we have Walterman.
Hello, Walterman Homestead.
So Lynette and Walterman, are you guys willing to moderate for me? Just in case we have a repeat of last week.
Yay, Lynette said yay.
So if you guys are willing to moderate for me, let me know and I'll give you a wrench. Hopefully we don't have any issues.
I hope we don't have it either this time around, Chrissy. She says, oh dear, let's hope not. I love you, boo-boo.
Yeah. Let's see. Now I have to wait for this to pop up. Last week we had a bit of a troll because I was learning. That won't happen again this week.
Nope. We've come
I think I got you guys both added as moderators.
Woo-hoo!
I got 13 hands. I think I got Walterman. So hopefully, I mean, the trolls just seem to be out in full force, so they won't be on the video portion of this. I won't have to go back and edit anything this time.
No. Let's not do that.
Yeah, I'm learning. I was a newbie. I learned. I also learned that if you go back and edit your live stream, it does not take away the hours.
That is awesome.
Oh, look at we got the chief troll reporting for troll duty.
That's awesome.
Hi,
I was just
Nathan.
going to say that.
See, Nathan, I'm not the only one who picks on you.
Nope. We all do.
Yeah, Lynette, it was just a one-time deal. It won't. We won't let it happen as long as you guys can squash them if they come into the chat. But yeah, we don't need them there. Nathan, do you want to go live with us? Yeah, just the live comments are gone, which is fine. I mean, I don't know that anybody really goes back to read the comments when they're rewatching a live anyhow. So we'll see. Let me see if I can get this camera without ruining it. Okay, earthquake.
Stop! You're gonna make my vertigo go.
Don't worry. It's not. This camera is just not gonna. Maybe I could just move back or sit back some, but then I can't read the comments. Yeah, let me Nathan, I have you on Facebook, right? I'll send you a link on Facebook. Let's see. And what we want to talk about tonight is following your dreams, making them come true.
Lynette says you need a magnifying glass.
I tried wearing my glasses last week, and the problem is I can see up close. I can't see far away. And it's just kind of it's just at that point where I almost need my glasses, but not quite. So Nathan, where are you? There you are.
He's hiding.
Now my internet is going really, really slow now. I wonder why.
I don't know. I've had that same problem today with my computer just being super uber slow.
Okay, it finally loaded up. So I'm going to send it to you in Facebook Messenger, maybe. Paste. So you can come join us, Nathan. But what we want to talk about is, see, I feel like I'm so close to the camera compared to Little Miss Royal Amethyst. What we want to talk about today is just basically getting unstuck. You know, a lot of us have a dream, and all we do is ever dream. We don't put that dream into action. And yes, nearsighted.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's honestly a question of how bad do you want it, you know?
Well, I've had
not bad enough.
a lot of times I've had a dream that I wanted really, really bad. I wanted to go to Alaska so bad for so long, like 25 years, before I finally got to go to Alaska. So you can want it really bad, but sometimes if you're so mentally stuck, then it's just a matter of, you know, doing little tiny steps or whatever to get towards where we want to go to.
Right.
Yeah, it's easy to get stuck, and usually it's just something mental in our head. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like wanting to homestead. I wanted to homestead. I wanted to grow vegetables at home. I did before, but yep. Or that's the other thing is sometimes not it's hold on, let's get Nathan in here. I could see it's Nathan and not someone else.
Hey, my brother from another mother.
Hey, Nathan. So yeah, sometimes it's just we're stuck in our head and there's like a fear or something that we're not another person. My ex, I wanted to move to Washington for years, and my ex-husband was just not into Washington, and so I didn't go until I divorced him. So yeah.
Lynette, I'm
how are you, Nathan? Oh, now both of you guys are like, I got round scrolly things.
Yeah,
Did I lose you guys?
You're latent right now.
I didn't do it.
Lynette, I'm with you though. I have an unwilling partner. He's willing to be the brawn for me, but as far as the dreams for the homestead or what I want to do on the homestead, it's all me. And he's like, I'm just here for the physical labor, you know? So it's basically whatever I want to do.
He's the monkey with the tools.
Okay, I need someone here for the physical. I would love to have someone here just for the physical labor part. That would be easy. Then I'd have a whole lot more of my dreams coming true.
But see, I can't physically do it, and that's why I need him.
Right. Well, yeah, no, I get it. I shouldn't physically be doing what I'm doing.
What, Nathan?
What was that, Nathan?
That's why I have Tempe. I make her do all the heavy lifting.
That's not nice.
That's just mean.
Tempe's such a good girl.
No,
oh my gosh.
I wind up paying for to have somebody come help with the physical labor, and that part is slowing down the process because I have to, you know, like have money for it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Marco.
That was Marco, and I don't know why I put my phone on silent and then it buzzed, and I should know better than to pick it up.
Don't open Marco. Don't do it on a live.
Chrissy, you're not going to come in here and join us?
Come on, Chrissy.
Okay, now it says that she's saying hello to making lemonade from lemons, but I don't see a message from Shayla.
Shayla says I couldn't get my laptop going.
I'm gonna keep checking this messenger.
Chrissy, that don't matter. We can't smell you through the screen.
I missed that. It's like cutting out.
You know what? I showered last night, Chrissy, but I went and put on some makeup and straightened my hair because I looked like a hot mess.
I didn't give her much time or much warning.
Not really, no, but that's okay.
On Lynette, this is she says I can get my hubby's help now, and the kids are young adults, so I can get their help, but it's not a consistent timeline. I wish my kids were here. I could so get my son to help if he lived in the state, but he's 2 states away, unfortunately. So and then same thing with my daughter, and my grandson is 13 years old, so he could come help, but they're all 2 states away.
I have a child living back at home for a while, so she has agreed to help do stuff around here and help with actually all the businesses. So I'm super excited about that. But they went and looked at an apartment today, so I don't know.
So she might not be around as much as you thought.
No, probably not. So back to square one.
Yes, I have a 13-year-old grandson, and I have a son. That's from my daughter, who's my middle child. I have another son who's even older. He's 32. He'll be 33 this year. So yes, I'm old.
She doesn't look it, does she?
I just
Chrissy?
have good genes. I know my older sister's pushing 60, and you would never know it by looking at any of us. We all look young.
That's just good genes.
Yeah. See, well, Jen, I don't know that I could. I've often thought about doing this when my kids were younger, and I don't know if I would have survived that. Like, my hat is off to anyone who's doing this with young kids at home, because especially the little babies that can't really help out yet. That would be that would have been a lot.
Well, I mean, my grandson's 6. He'll be 7 here shortly, and I mean, he's not really a whole lot of help. So
He tries to be.
he does.
Good blue jeans make all the difference. I think the good blue jeans is what got me in trouble with all the kids to begin with.
There's Shayla. She popped up.
Shayla, same thing. I'm actually, thankfully, I have some kids down the street that like to earn money. And I have the guy that you see in my videos is a retired contractor who's bored out of his mind. So he's like coming down here begging to work. And he works for less than what we pay the kids most of the time. So I do have that help when it's available.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, well, Ultimate, I would have loved to have done it with my kids, but I was also a single mom with 3 kids, so I think it would have been a lot harder. I mean, it was hard enough to get them to put their laundry in a washing machine or a basket to be washed. So to get them to do it by hand, which is what we mainly do here, would be horrible. I don't know.
There you go, Old Reading Farm.
The crop
Absolutely.
sharing, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and a lot of what we're doing for the work here is we're bartering. My sister and I have a collection of tools because we both have this tool fetish. So we had like 2 table saws. We have, I think, 3 scroll saws, stuff like that. And so a lot of what we're doing is the guy down the street doesn't have tools. And so he's going to come over and put my sister's water system in for a table saw. And so then it's not costing us. There's a lot of bartering, especially with the stuff that we have duplicates of. And, we don't need 3 table saws here and whatnot. But yeah.
Whatever works.
Yeah, that. And then having my other sister help. And then I go over and help her. So we're kind of trading off hours as far as helping and keeping each other motivated on what our goals are and what we want to get done. So that helps a lot too.
I can see a use for 2 table saws to keep 2, but not 3. 2 table saws, you can have one set up for a dado system, but yeah.
No, and we have 2 smaller table saws, and then we have this huge Craftsman table saw that my sister and I together cannot lift. It's that heavy.
Yeah,
so it's kind of useless because we don't even have a shop. So it's just like sitting in our house right now. So
yes, I did. And thank you for asking.
Yeah, Nathan's such a baby too. He's so young.
Not even 40.
Gosh, not yet. I don't know though. My daughter made me a grandma at 39. I was like, couldn't you have waited a year? Like, I'm not ready for this.
I was 37.
Oh, wow. Well, I have a friend he was a grandpa at 36. I'm like, how does that? Okay, I could do the math. But yeah, he was young and his son was young. So it happened.
He was 36.
Well, I think when you're a grandparent at a younger age, then you're like able to get down there and play with the kids too. Like I hurt myself at some of the places with my grandson. I'd take him to like Chuck E. Cheese or whatever and get in the slides with him. So
see, I was 28 when Temperance was born, and I think that was probably for the best.
I was 28 when my youngest was born, and I was done. Like at 28, I was like, no, my body's not doing this again.
Well, she was just more fun at 28 than she would have been at 18.
Yeah, no, I agree. I had one at 19, one at 22, and then one at 28. And although I was younger at 19 and 21, 22, that I could like run around and chase them a lot easier. By 28, I was like, yeah, no, I'm done chasing kids, toddlers.
We don't really have to chase Temperance too much. She was always up my butt. But there's this one time where she climbed over the back of the couch, like through an opening, and got hold of the back of my office chair, and I lost her for a minute because she was just hanging on the back of the chair. I heard her.
My daughter, I'll never forget my daughter's dad calling me, and he said he was letting her walk around the grocery store when he was going grocery shopping, and he opened up the door to get, to the walk-in to get some milk, and she climbed in to the in the shelf, and she was like climbing back into she was trying to get into the cooler, and he had to grab her by the shoe and pull her back out, and he's like, how do you do this? And I'm like, I don't take the kids grocery shopping with me. I go when you have her. But yeah, funny stories too. 32 when you had your oldest. I could have, but no.
No, I was 20 when my oldest was born.
I think the pregnancy alone at 28 was enough for me. It was like, took too much out of me.
I had all 3 of my kids within a 4-year time span, and I said that's enough.
Chrissy, they didn't have grocery pickup when my kids were little. They didn't even have this thing called the World Wide Web when my kids were little.
Let's see.
Yeah, the internet was just really young when I started having my kids. So, I mean, I was in high school when it first came out. I was like a freshman in high school. So, yeah.
Well, and that's part of it is that I often think, like, could I do what I'm doing now? Could I be building a tiny home or doing anything, even like gardening and stuff, if there wasn't the World Wide Web? Because without that and YouTube, there's a lot of things I would have never been able to renovate this trailer because I would have had no clue how to fix the AC on it, or basically everything I learn on YouTube or Google. So,
but you would have learned on your own. You would have learned on your own without necessity.
It's not even that. Would you even thought of doing any of this before the internet?
Right. I would not have thought about building. I mean, I would have thought about building maybe a tiny home, but would I have thought about converting a shed to house? No. Like, that idea came from watching other YouTubers and stuff. So, so some of my dreams I could blame on YouTube, especially the expensive ones, right? Just trying to read the comments here.
Chrissy, I agree with you. Grocery pickup is where it's at.
And Mandy, what you were saying about, you do it out of necessity. Okay, so way back in the day, I lived in an apartment where I had a landlord that didn't fix things. So I ran in and gutted the bathroom and redid it, and redid all the plumbing in the bathroom and stuff. And how I had to learn there is I would take the parts into my local hardware store and go, okay, this is what I tore out of the wall. What do I do now? And the guys there would explain it to me, and I'd go back and fix it. So that, and then having friends come over and help me to teach me how to put in a floor or, put in the tile and stuff like that. So yeah, it is, you are capable of learning it without the internet, but it would have been a whole lot harder. And I probably wouldn't have dreamed about the things that I'm doing now without the internet. Amy, how are you?
Hi, Amy.
Hi, Amy. How are you? And McCoy's Oak Hill Homestead.
Who's the other? I'm trying. Oh, McCoy. Oh, yes, I see you up there. Hello. So basically tonight we're talking about dreams and how to get unstuck. A lot of us just dream and we don't follow through on those dreams, or we feel like we're stuck and we can't do those dreams and make them come true.
Hi, Shelly, TNS.
I really need to find a better camera setup here because, see, now I keep going off the camera. If I move in the
Chrissy, I agree with you. Even still to this day, you have to Google stuff. Like, it's crazy.
I Google all the time. Like, if I get something at a yard sale or something and I don't have the manual, I'm always having to Google the manual on things. And that's something that, back in the day, you had to order it. What was that, Nathan?
Even stuff I know, I still Google sometimes just to make sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, we have
the
books,
fabulous interweb.
Yeah, the foreign cars.
Chrissy, she's always giving me a hard time about my BMWs. I'm sorry, Bimmers. Can't help it. I love my German cars. They're old.
I think you're cutting out, or it's my internet.
No, she's cutting out.
Like, there we go. I lost you for a minute.
Yeah, you were buffering there.
But yeah, I have older BMWs. I have an older Mercedes diesel. It's a 75, okay? So, and we drive Volkswagen. It's just we like our German cars. My husband knows how to fix them. He was a tech on German cars for many, many, many years, namely Volkswagen. But he worked on. We had Audi. So it's just I don't know what it is, but Germans know how to make a car. We love our German cars.
Yeah,
I mean, I have it.
Can you guys see Mandy now, or is she still frozen?
Say I'm okay on my end, but I don't know.
Yeah, you're fine with me, but then 13 Moons just came up with that you froze, but
I can see her.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a delay. Oh, okay. So keep on going, Mandy. What do you do when you get stuck on a dream?
All right. Well, here's the deal. I have to just stop, take a deep breath, and then I have to remember that, what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. That's a big thing. I tend to forget. I tend to lose my focus.
Yep.
And it's because if I don't, I'm very type A personality. And if I do not hit my goal right now, I lose focus on it very quickly and I get angry with it. And I tend to give up. Other than that, it'll actually, sometimes it'll motivate me enough. It'll make me angry enough that it's a huge motivator to get something done. So it kind of depends on the situation, what it is. I also have to really I have to stop and think about this year so far. Okay. I mean, we're almost at the end of January here, and this month has been the hardest start to a year that I've ever had in everything. And, I have to keep remembering, hustle harder 2020 and, act as if it's impossible to fail. And I have got an amazing support system in place. I have all of you guys that just, they push me. And when I'm having a really bad, crappy day, my husband can't really get me out of that crappy mood either. I can pop on Marco and say, hey, I'm having a bad day. And I've got, 10, 15 people that are like, it's okay. What do we need to do to help you get through it? And that honestly has been the best part of this year, is that I have met so many people who are more family than they are friends at this point. And that's what keeps me motivated.
Do you put a list of what your goals are for the year, like somewhere visual where you can see it?
Yes. Funny thing. Okay, so I did my Vision 2020, right? And I actually printed that list out, and I have it printed on. It's sitting here on my desk, so I've actually got it sitting right here. Part of it. And then I have one hanging on my refrigerator so that I see that every single day and multiple times throughout the day. And I have to remember, oh, I'm focused. I got to focus on this, so.
And Nathan only has to brush his hair to cheer you up.
That is true. I don't know what is so stinking funny about Nathan brushing his bald head. But it gets giggling every time. I don't know why. He just sits on Marco and combs with his little brush. Bald head.
Lynette, I didn't set yearly goals. I have 3 things that I want to get accomplished this year, but I don't put a time limit really on my goals, because some of them are gonna, I just know with life and the way it is, it may take me I might not get bunnies this year. So I don't want to set a goal that I'm going to fail at. But what I do is I make a list of, and I don't have it right here next to me, but I have a list of the steps that I need to take to get to where I want to get to. And, like the next step on my list is to go buy the stuff for the electrical for the time, to go buy the stuff for the water for the tiny home, like little things like that. That is like, okay, I can get that accomplished in the next week or so, hopefully, if money's there. And then, so I do little baby steps instead of big, huge goals all at once, because then I feel like I'm failing at that big, huge goal instead of doing these little baby steps along the way that are going to get me to that end goal.
Christy, you're probably right. He's going to get his damn brush. Oh, see?
Oh, he went to go get his goals. Okay, so what's your list look like, Nathan?
I just showed it to you. Didn't see it?
I can't read that.
It's
I
actually-
can hardly comment.
I can't read it neither. I wrote it. But so far, it ain't going too bad. I got one thing done. I got that lifetime hunting license out of the way.
Oh, nice.
That is awesome.
It was just a matter of, office was an hour away, so I had to be in the area to get it.
I think for me, there's other things like, finances. So I have to be able to finance these dreams that I have. And so a lot of the time it's like reminding myself of little things like, don't go out and buy that coffee, that $5 coffee or whatever, because that's money that could be going towards getting that electrical in the house, stuff like that. So it's keeping on track that way too, so that financially I can afford all these big dreams.
Lynette, what didn't you know was a thing?
Not every state offers this. Tennessee has different lifetime license. Like I get a lifetime disabled veterans license. They do have what's called a lifetime sportsman license, but they're several $1,000s.
Holy cow.
So they only offer it for veterans, or?
No. Mine is veterans. It only cost me $10.
Nice.
But they have an all-inclusive license called a sportsman license that you can buy yearly, or they have lifetime license called the sportsman license. It's hunting, fishing, everything, all-inclusive. Nice. The only thing you have to get would be federal permits like your duck stamp or things of that nature. But depending on your age is the cost. So when you're little, they're a couple of $100, but when you're like 20, they're like $1,500.
Wow. That makes it almost impossible. The cost of the hunting license sometimes make it almost impossible to support yourself by hunting, because the cost of it is so astronomical, and then you don't know if you're going to get anything.
Yeah.
But that's just a once in a lifetime purchase for the lifetime license.
Right.
Yeah.
So did yours wasn't that expensive, was it?
No, mine was $10.
Okay. That's awesome.
Mine's $10. It's not as inclusive. I still have to get relative permits. Like if I want to go on the lake near me, I have to get that lake's permit because it is a state park and a federal wildlife management area.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to get the use permit to use the lake. Like if I want to go trout fishing, I got to get a trout permit. But other than that, it's only a couple of permits I have to get.
Not bad.
Hey, Howie. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt when they were talking. So I tried typing, and that doesn't work because my microphone's right in front of my keyboard.
I'm trying to type and listen and talk all at the same time.
Yeah, it's kind of hard, huh?
It's a little difficult, but I don't know. I'm pretty good at multitasking, so my whole life is a multitask.
Oh, really, huh? Multitask. It's my middle name.
Pretty much.
I still ain't seen no Airstream cooking videos yet. I want to know how you're going to marinate that thing.
I'm not going to marinate my Airstream. However,
Yes. Howie is the bird guy.
You said Airstream cooking video.
yes, I know. I need to, but with it being so cold out there now, I haven't done.
Oh, excuses. That's another reason why we don't. No, I'm kidding.
What?
I said excuses. That's another reason why we don't fulfill our dreams.
Yes.
It's too cold.
Yes.
I'm kidding.
Yep. I know. I make a lot of excuses. I'm not going to lie. I make excuses.
Hey, it's raining here and everything is so wet outside. That's part of the reason why I haven't done as much as I should have done on the tiny home, because I always think, oh yeah, I can go out there in the rain and do it. And then when it comes down to it and it's so wet out there and everything you touch is wet and then you get soaked to the bone, you're like, forget it all. We'll wait for dry season. It's not that important to get it done that fast.
Yeah. That's the way it's been the last week. Not only has it been wet for the last 2 weeks ever since the tornadoes come through, but it's also gotten cold.
Yep.
Like
ours is like ice rain. We've had rain every single day for the last 24 days, except for one day. We had like a 3-hour period where the sun came out, but it's been constant rain since the first of the year. Raining men.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it rains good men. I don't need one. I'm good. I got one. I got a good guy.
Yeah, I came up on those. Oh, you guys just had an earthquake today?
Wow.
Howie?
Wow.
That's kind of scary.
Well, and I finally, to the Airstream cooking videos, I finally got my brother. He's staying with my mom now, but all of his crap is still in there. So he was staying in there, and I'm like, and I kept telling him, like, it's going to be too cold out there. You're going to have to come and stay in the house. And he didn't take my word for it. And so, yeah, he ended up having to go stay with my mom. But he left all of his stuff.
Lynette, I'm with you on that one.
Lynette, that's hilarious.
Sorry.
And what friend are you asking for, Lynette?
She's asking for me. Hush. Hi, Simply Jan. How are you?
So, Nathan, how are you staying motivated and, to actually hit your goals?
The fact that I still have 330 something days to 330 something days to do it.
See, I don't put a time limit on mine. I can't. Because then when I do, then something happens and I can't get it done and then I get discouraged.
See, Nathan and I are team procrastination. He's shaking his head.
No team procrastination. We can do it. Do it tomorrow.
He's even got a big T on his shirt for team procrastination. We need shirts that say that, right?
Yeah.
Hello, gardening from scratch.
We organized doing shirts once, but we just put it off.
Yep. We actually did too.
Oh my goodness. That'd be funny. You do a better job. I'm better at procrastinating than I am at doing whatever it is.
You know what though, Lynette, I actually do. Like, it seems like when I'm under that time crunch is when I do my best work. And everybody says, oh, that's baloney. But I'm telling you, that's the way it works for me.
Hey, I just want to yell out here. If my sister is watching this, type something in the chat, please, so I know you're there. And if you're not there, I'm going to keep your butt next time I see you.
Chrissy, I know you do get stuff done when you're angry. I'm the same way. And Chrissy and I tend to do things like when we get angry, we'll just start cleaning. That's how I get my house clean.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Always. The house cleaning, and I would scrub it too. My house would be spotless if I was mad. My ex would come home and go, "What?" And it wasn't usually him.
Hey, at Organic Roots, how are ya?
Hi, Tina.
Carrie's in the house.
Wait for my sister to type something in here. She's supposed to be watching.
She better be watching or she's in trouble.
I know. And if she don't type something in here, I'm telling you.
Get her.
I'm going to take it out on her when I see her on Tuesday.
There you go.
Fermented Homestead. Hello.
Hi, Fermented Homestead. I am torn between YouTube chat or StreamYard chat. Like back and forth.
StreamYard is faster, I think. On the YouTube chat, I have a delay, so I'm not watching it.
At a Fermented Homestead, I actually watched your. I died laughing yesterday watching your cranberry ferments. The look on your face when you took a bite of it, I couldn't help but I giggled out loud. Like I really giggled.
Yeah, I'm behind on videos, so I haven't watched it yet.
I still like the sequencing of her stacking the dehydrator trays to the music.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Every time the music made a tray went on.
Nice.
It was cool. It was perfect timing.
Yeah, I'm way behind on watching videos just because I've been busy in real life with helping my sister and working on the tiny house.
And I want to add this too. She looks like the actress Robin Tooney. Do you guys know who she is? She played in The Craft. She was the redhead. She seriously has really dark, long hair, but her face, like everything, you look like Robin Tooney. It's hilarious. Like it's uncanny. McCoy, that is absolutely true. You if there's something that comes up, you have to get it done. You know, there are some things that are so pressing that you can't put it off. You have to do it right there.
Right.
You know, and yes, haying is one of them.
And then that cuts into the time that I should be working on the other things that I want to get done. And yeah, that's why I don't put time limits on anything. Because inevitably something comes up.
That's why Vision 2020 is not resolutions. They're goals for 2020.
They're not January 2020.
That's right.
Now, are they only for 2020 though, or are they for the decade? Because I could do decade goals.
No.
No.
Then
I can always put it off to last
20
year.
things here. I can do 2 a year and be good.
Yep.
No, I wanted to push myself. I wanted to see if I could actually do it. You know, I had that whole, I really wanted to make, hashtag hustle harder 2020 my thing for the year. And that's why I did it.
Yeah. No, I agree. I have dreams I have things that I would like to get done this year, but I don't like to write them down as goals because then I don't want to feel like I'm failing at it or something and then just give up. And so this is my MO. What's that, Nathan?
I like 13 Moon's idea. When she completes a task, she puts it on the list to cross it off.
Uh-huh. Yep, I do that too.
Yep.
Tina, I am the same with, I'm in the same boat as you, obviously, because I live in Iowa as well. and I want to get my hands and my feet in the dirt, and I can't. I really hate that, but you know, we got to wait for our weather, and
Yeah, I
hopefully,
won't be planting until May, so you guys have at it, but we have such a short season here that I can start in the tiny home and put some seedlings out there, to start indoors, but it's going to be the end of May, first part of June before I can get anything in the ground.
I may have already started.
yeah, in May.
What was
well, in
that?
May,
I may have already started.
yes, you have.
Oh, no fair.
I actually am going to. Well, I was going to go through I got the free Baker Creek seed catalog today, or yesterday, I guess. And I was going to go through it today and pick out all of the purple stuff, right? I didn't get that done. I mean, I'm too busy working on other things, so it kind of sucks. But I am doing all purple, as many purple things as I can, and that's what's going to go to market. So
Simply, Jan, if I were to do that, though, I would feel like I'm not accomplishing anything. So I like that idea. But for me, I want the little check marks next to it so I could go, okay, I accomplished something besides sitting on my butt all day.
Nathan, what are you throwing at who?
I didn't do it.
It was a croc at Temperance's dog for growling at somebody.
Why is this not going away here? Hide.
My daughter actually has me pegged. She knows, like, I can't stand Crocs. I think they're I can't stand them. I don't walk very well in them, and I can't stand the way they look. She actually tagged me on a thing in Facebook.
I'm sorry, did you say Crocs?
There's
McCoy.
I'm on a live, child.
Crocs are amazing.
McCoy's, I'm the same way. I don't get to plant anything for quite a while now, so I can dream about it, but it ain't going to happen anytime soon.
What did you plant, Shayla, that's purple?
Ta-da. I'm gonna order a pizza.
Yeah, Tina and I are in Iowa, and we can't put anything. We don't typically plant until Mother's Day, like put it outside in the ground. But start seeds way earlier than that.
At Ivy's Forge and Homestead, I had the same issue out here on a hotspot. And then I went and got Verizon's jetpack. I got the prepaid jetpack. So I have unlimited, unthrottled for $65 a month. So it might be something, if you get a Verizon signal up there, it might be something to check out for internet. And then you can take it with you anywhere you go.
Lynette, I don't know how you can say Crocs are comfortable. They make my back and my hips hurt worse.
No, Crocs I live in mine.
Yeah. I live in Crocs except for like 3 months out of the year.
Yeah, I had some, and I don't like them. I hate them. They made my back and my hips hurt even worse. So I quit wearing them. And I couldn't walk very well. I kept tripping over my dang toes in them. I hated them.
I've even worked on
Hey,
roofs.
Howie, we'll see you later, Howie.
Bye, Howie.
I am trying to read these comments, and I don't know why I can't see today.
When Temperance
Yes,
was
you
like
are
2 or 3, right when she was starting to talk and everything, she wouldn't get off of our bed because I wore Crocs. She's like, no, the Crocalligators will get me.
Okay, true story here. My dog, when she was a puppy, she used to jump up and like snap at everything, and you would hear her teeth click together. And so her name is Dilly, but it's short for Crocodilly because she would like jump up and like pierce your nose. But no, I love my Crocs.
I love it.
You've got, like earrings in your nose because She could bite pretty good.
At least she didn't bite and hang on.
No kidding.
Oh no, she would try. She would try. And then the kitten, when I had the kitten, he would like jump up and bite her lip and then just kind of hang there because he was so tiny. So she always had a kitten hanging off of her lip. It was like, yeah, revenge time.
My little orange cat likes to attach to the dogs, like to their face sometimes.
Yep. That's what Mighty Mo used to. I have many videos of Mighty Mo just hanging on poor Dilly's face as she was walking around.
Aw.
I'm with you there, Lynette. Regular shoes feel like straight jackets. When I put my work boots on now, because I haven't worn them in so long, that's exactly what they feel like, straight jackets on my feet.
Well, I solved that problem by going barefoot most of the time.
I'm barefoot indoors. Well, I'm not barefoot. I wear socks now, but shoeless indoors. But as soon as I go outdoors, it's just really easy to slip the Crocs on to go outdoors.
Yeah, well, my boots slip on just fine to go out the door outside.
They even make steel toe Crocs. Just saying.
They do?
And what is the point?
To protect the toes.
I have steel-toed Doc Martens for that. I actually had to have those when I was working in a warehouse. I actually had to have steel-toed shoes, and I'm like, they're all ugly. They were so ugly, and I found one pair, and I'm like, God, it's $85 for these Doc Martens, but I really like them. Well, my name got put into a drawing, and I actually won them. So, nope. No.
Yeah, see, I don't even have the real Crocs. I have the ones from I don't know what they're called. I think they're called Froggies or Froggers or something. Let's see.
Two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive.
They're called Froggies.
Four-wheel drive.
Mine are called Sloggies, but you know what? They work, and they work well. They just don't walk in blackberries on them because you wind up with these little thorns sticking through.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
See, and then we get totally off topic on Crocs.
Jan, I think you're right. We are outnumbered. However, I still don't like them, and I won't wear them ever again.
And yes, Chrissy, they're called Sloggies, the ones I have. But you know what? I've had them for years, and I love them. So,
McCoy's, where are you at?
Boots. I love Crocs.
List of Brainerd.
who are you asking?
Oh, I was asking McCoy's Oak Hill where they were at, but I just went back up in the chat and looked, and I actually know where Brainerd is. A friend of ours moved up in that direction. He's actually from that area, so we went up there and played paintball one weekend.
And Ivy's, yes, I have cowboy boots too. I have 2 pair of those, but the Crocs are easier when they're right by the door.
Yeah, Ivy's, I'm with you. My boots slip on just fine.
Mine don't. They're way far away for me.
Okay, Miss Chrissy, have a good night.
Bye, Boo Boo. I love you.
Kids cleaning a room.
What's that? Good.
Sorry, I'm caught up on these messages that I can't see. I don't know why I bother. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do something else with my camera here so I could see the messages at the same time.
Yeah, Chrissy, I'm with you on the whole. You can get boots that are wide width, wide calf, and I have to too because I have I have really my legs are actually very muscular. They're the only muscular part on my body besides my mouth.
You know, kids cleaning their room only happens when mom yells or when mom brings in the shovel and the garbage bag.
Mhm.
My kids would scramble because they know I'd throw everything away.
I've done it before.
Organic raw roots. No, I haven't seen any trolls in here unless my moderators already took care of it all. I haven't seen any pop up. Oh, Simply Jan, I have rubber boots with ducks. I mean, not ducks, chickens on them. And then, of course, my sister saw them and had to go out and buy the same ones. So,
What are they scared to come out
yep, no trolls. They're probably still in school right now or it's past their bedtime.
Oh, and Terry, you still haven't added me on Marco, I don't think. Because I haven't found you.
Yeah, I don't think poking the bear. I don't know if that worked or not, but I've only had them on here that one day when I brought Mandy along with me. So I think they're just following
I
her.
bring the fun, baby. I attract all the trolls. Exactly, Nathan, right there.
Well, we figured if we brought the master troll, then the other guys would just like go, nah, I can't compete with him. It's when they saw Nathan.
True. Tina, I do not, because I don't know how to do that. I don't use a VPN. I don't know how to do it.
I don't think so. I am live off of a Verizon Jetpack, and I know that each time I go on the internet, I have a different IP address, but I don't know how that works. I'd have to get my nephew over here and ask him.
Terry, no, I did not. I did not get my phone. I have Marco actually on my tablet. You can see, there you go. I have an old tablet, but when I put Marco on my tablet, I was able to still get into my phone, luckily. And so I was able to add the code that I have to put in for my tablet in order to receive Marco on it. So I went last night to see what it would cost to have it fixed. And they're telling me $250. So I basically just said, nope, not going to happen. Oh, so I'm going to, as soon as I come up with the money to replace the screen, I'm going to do it myself.
Simply Jan Homestead, are you talking about Ivan, Just the Other Life? He was the one who was a security guard talking about the intercom system and things like that. Now, I've met him in real life. He's actually a pretty good dude.
Yeah, I think he's a legit person, and he's also friends with two families, so I don't think he was the troll.
No, he's a legit person. I sat there at the shindig and watched him give a several $100 camera to Chris from Single Dad Homesteading. He's that good of a person. And he helped two family by using his phone, put it over by the door of the shindig to boost the internet signal for them to use internet. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Very nice. Simply Jan is asking if we could use a if you can go live stream with a VPN. I don't understand why you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, you can. I just don't know how to do it.
It's not. Do some research. Virtual private network. It's not hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think it has anything. I mean, I don't think it's going to stop you from doing a live stream.
Nope.
Welcome back, McCoys.
And I'm still learning everybody's names.
Welcome back, Liana.
If I'm calling you out by your channel name to say hi, I'm sorry. It's because I don't have everybody's names down yet.
No, I'm going to give a better excuse. See, I don't want to call people out by their real names because some of these people have their own YouTube channels, and I don't want trolls to know their real name. So, and I don't know if they want to, so I'm just going to call you by your channel name, and that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it because I can't remember names either. Yeah, we don't want the cats to starve. They're McCoys.
Hi, Josh, in your yard.
Lynette, 13 Moons Homestead. I learned what a VPN was, and it's to mask your IP address so that they can't follow it, or so they can't do something, I don't know what.
Well, in all honesty, all legitimate ways we have found that people have found to do something legitimately, people have found a way to crack it before it's legitimate.
Exactly.
Let me tell you, my nephew, who is like genius level, I can't even carry on a normal conversation with him and understand what he's saying, but he went to the UW here, and he was selected for this team. His whole 4 years of school or whatever was part of the year he was hacking into systems, and the other part of the year he was being the security for those systems. And that's how they taught him for 4 years. And he was guaranteed a job with the FBI, which is what he does now. But there's ways around. I mean, like they're saying that the police cannot trace the phone calls when you do spoofing. And he's telling me, oh, yes, we can. So when I have him in my ear telling me a little bit about what he's doing in the background, yeah, I'm not worried about.
So that's what I meant. The difference between legitimate can't trace spoofed, but other ways have ways of.
Yeah, the FBI can, and they will. And so these trolls might think that they're being cute and funny, but when somebody gets really seriously injured or hurt, then there's ways that they could trace it. Yes, Tina, I would change to a channel name just for your own protection, but I would change to a channel name and take your, like, even my Facebook name doesn't have my real name. It's a fictitious name because I don't want my ex to know where I am. So
I don't really have, I don't know. I'm not going to live in fear. I'm not going to do it. And I know people around here. I know the law enforcement around here. I'm just not really going to, I'm just not going to live in fear.
That's how I am. I refuse to live in fear, and I refuse to be terrorized by terrorists or trolled by trolls. And I think that's all, it's if you allow yourself to be a victim to it. But I'm also not going to put, all that information out there because it is just me and my sister here, and they'd have to get past my neighbors down the street and what have you. But it is just the two of us here, and I just not going to freely post, all that information out there for them.
Like I use my middle name, but that's the name I've gone by my entire life. But yeah, my name is out there. It don't matter.
No, they'll find it. If they want to find it, they'll find it.
If they do find mine, they're not going to be able to find where I am locally, Yeah, I don't have a street address, so there's no, and I don't have any drone shots of where I'm at, and I don't mention what river I'm near or what street I'm near or what county I'm in or any of that stuff. And that was for my sister. My sister didn't want people to know where her property was. So when I started YouTube, it was, she wanted to make sure that it was not put out there exactly where her property was. Part of that was because we kept getting broken into. That's why we moved out here to the property, is because they kept, every time she'd put electricity in her house, the druggies would come and rip it all out. Or we put the water in and the druggies came and ripped out all the copper piping and stuff. And so she just didn't want it put out there, which is, it's like, I don't want that. I don't want them to know that I have this new $600 saw or whatever and where it's located. That would be stupid. But, and my daughter, you also want to be careful what you post on Facebook, because my daughter was just being a kid, and she's on Facebook. She's posting about, her son just beat this game or whatever on his Xbox Live, and his, I guess he got a iPad or something for Christmas. And she's just posting regular, what we think is normal, everyday stuff. And they came and robbed her. They knew where she lived, and they knew that she was a teacher at school during the day. And they came and robbed her house and took everything. So now she doesn't post anything on Facebook as far as, just a picture of her son in the background holding, these expensive electronics and stuff. You really need to be careful these days. So,
yeah, you do. I mean, agreed, Lynette. You do have to use, caution and sense, but that's the thing. You need to use it and not be afraid. You just can't. I don't know. I refuse to live in fear, and I feel that what's going to happen is going to happen, and it's not going to matter if somebody wants to find me. I'm on a public platform here, and anybody in the world can find you. Doesn't matter whether you use your real name, your fake name, or it's not going to matter. If they want to find you, they're going to find you. Yes, you can make it harder for them to do so, but it's not really. I don't know. I'm just. I guess I'm maybe too blasé about it. I don't really know. But, for some people, but honestly, if you're gonna come here and attempt to ruin my life, you're gonna be met with pushback.
Simply Jan, yes, I believe it started with the gaming channels, and it started with a way of, if someone was playing you live and they were beating them or something in the game, then they would send the SWAT in to distract them so that they would lose or something. And that's how it started. And then I think a lot of them are just copycats from that, but it's really sickening and sad that they're using our police force for that when it could be used for
it
real
really
stuff.
used to be bad, but now police kind of take that in consideration when they get calls of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
I think in big metropolitan cities, they take that into consideration. When you're out in the outskirts like I am, I don't think our sheriffs have ever even heard of it happening. So that is on my list to do, is to go down and talk to our sheriff's office. But because there's not a lot of people in my area, so there's not a lot of YouTubers, and there's not a lot of gamers. Mostly it's farmers out here. So I just don't think that I don't know how aware they are of this situation. Yeah, I think it started on Twitch, and then in some of the streaming, like StreamYard and stuff like that, is where it started at.
Jan, that's a good idea. You absolutely should be. You should know your local law enforcement. You absolutely should. Whether it be because you're on YouTube or just because you're in the neighborhood. You really should know who your local law enforcement is.
We know our police officers by first name basis and have their cell phone numbers, because we were robbed so many times out here that the police officer used to just come by here and go fishing, just to kind of keep an eye out for, on our property for us. So, Chrissy.
Hi, Chrissy, boo boo.
I made a post on Facebook about that I was fat, but I identify as skinny, so I'm trans slender. That's what she's referring to.
I just watched I don't know, some little short video that my daughter had posted, and this guy is on there. I don't know. Anyway, he's talking about how his wife is thick, and men, you should like thick women because they know where all the food is, or they know how to cook it.
You're never gonna starve.
Nope, you won't starve.
Y'all apparently don't know my sister-in-laws.
No. too funny. I love the trans slender though. That's awesome.
Well, I guess they didn't know where the food is because they come eat my cookie.
Oh, you guys are too funny. Now, McCoy says, I know mine and they know me because I had to turn neighbors in for dogs killing chickens. Yeah, we've had that happen here. Not in the last 5 years or so, but happened here once before too. It's kind of sad. Oh my goodness, you guys.
Ivy, yeah, I have my best friend. He's a little guy known as Siggy, Sig Sauer.
Ivy's Forge. So let me tell you guys this funny story. When we were getting robbed, it's because we weren't living here on the property. We were living in a house that my sister and I were renting in town. And when we first moved out here, my sister and I were on high alert because we kept having people show up at the property. And so my car had an issue and it was parked down the property a ways. And we're both in our pajamas. We're in our trailers at night. It's like 2:00 in the morning, and all of a sudden I hear a car alarm go off. Well, we're out in the middle of nowhere, so I know that's my car. So I wake my sister up. We jump in her car. She's got her gun. We fly down the street. We're in our pajamas, two fat old ladies in our pajamas, flying down the street, and she just goes flying into the other driveway, right? To where my car's at. And we both jump out of the car, and there's no one there. Then we get back in the car and we're laughing and we're thinking, can you imagine if there were druggies there, like messing with my car, to have these two old ladies in their pajamas, their hair's all up and with a gun.
Guns drawn.
Yeah, they haven't. It wasn't my car alarm. It was echoing from somewhere else, but thankfully, we just got back in the car and started laughing hysterically. It was like they would have had a heart attack. Since we've been out here, I've only had like 2 or 3 encounters with people. And as soon as they realize that we're here on the property, they haven't come out to mess with us since then. But I just basically blocked them in the driveway and gave them the 3rd degree. And yeah, they haven't been brave enough to come back.
Jan, she calls hers Gertrude.
Gertrude.
Mine's Siggy. I like Siggy.
Pajama party. Yeah, old lady pajama party with guns.
That would be freaking epic. Like, that would be so freaking epic.
Well, they have the last time that we were robbed here, they were actually caught by my neighbor, and the neighbor they told the neighbor that they were hired by us to fix something at the house, but he was smart enough to take a video of them and turn him in. And so that guy hasn't been back yet, thankfully. But yeah, we've had a couple of others that come check out the place or want to get to the river from our property, and we have to just keep telling. That's what their excuse is, and we just tell them over and over again that it's private property and I better not catch you on it again. And when you meet them out there with a gun, yeah, they listen really well.
Yeah, Nathan's all chill back there on the couch. Do.
I could sit back there on my couch, but then I wouldn't be able to read comments at all. Or I'd have my head down on my phone trying to read comments. So I have to sit right up here. What's that? Oh, he muted himself.
He was telling old school with a modern twist. Hello.
Yeah, we can go a little bit longer, probably until about 5:30, and then we'll cut this short. But I want to start doing this weekly and have different people on here, talking about making dreams come true. Because like I said, a lot of people just dream and then they never put that into action.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see more people put their dreams into action and make them come true. Like, if this fat old lady that's disabled can do it, anybody can.
All my dreams cost money.
All your dreams, what?
Money. All my dreams cost money. So I just dream I had money.
Me
yeah,
too.
There you go. The new Oprah. I just want to motivate people into into following their dreams instead of, the whole reason why I started my YouTube channel is I have some friends from high school that were like, when I first started doing all this, they're like, oh my gosh, you're doing that? How do you do that? And they're just like in awe. And I'm like, anybody can. Like, if I can, anybody can, because I'm like not the most tech savvy, tool savvy person in the world, but
So
I think a lot of it is just taking the risk and jumping in.
Chrissy's calling you the new Oprah. So are you going to start going, you get a dream, and you get a dream, and you get a dream. Everybody gets a dream.
Or you could be
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to say, I have to confess, I've never watched Oprah. I mean, I know she's a person on TV, but I don't have a TV, so I have no clue.
I want to emulate Tony Robbins instead.
Wait, let me read this. We are still living. Let me see. We are still living in city limits and have an urban homestead for now. So I will keep my guns close for certain.
Yep.
I have to. Yeah, exactly. And those tools are expensive. I have a lot of those too. Thankfully, they were never here at the property. They were in storage, but now they're here.
Damn, that's awesome.
Those chihuahuas are brutal, man.
I agree.
They'll take a chunk out of them.
Uh-oh. Nathan's got one of them on screen here.
Come here. One of them. These are my guard mini pits. Come here. There's only two of them. The other two.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
This is my guard Pookie.
Aww.
They are so stinking cute.
This is a guard brownie. Come on, Pookie.
They're not chihuahuas.
No, they're
No.
pit bull half terriers.
My next dog's gonna be a pit bull. I've already decided.
Lynette, you're funny.
That's a lie, Lynette. I'd like them. I would love them if I knew how to use them.
That's the thing. If I knew how to use them, there you go.
But there's YouTube channels, and she's done some videos on how to use them. So, hey, problem solved. Thank God for the internet.
Yep. Ankle biters for certain. Yes. That's
13 moon. No, they're not excessive lickers. Maybe to me and Johnny and Tempe, but no, they won't lick you. Especially if all of them get you, you're going down.
Yeah, that's my lab. My lab will greet anybody coming up. Like, she'll just like run towards you and bark, and everyone always thinks that she is going to attack, but she's really just coming to bark her greeting and lick you to death.
Holy cow. So $3,000 insurance policy for what? For animals? For dogs? Or
Wait, I'm looking for it. Where's the post?
Organic Raw Roots Farm in Miami? It's a $3,000 insurance we have to carry. We got to carry.
And I find that out.
What is
Yeah,
that?
my liability for my homeowners.
Chihuahuas are more vicious than pit bulls.
Oh, yeah, they are.
The little dogs are more likely to bite you than the bigger dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is a full-grown mini pit. This is Bomber, and he will chew you.
He's still cute.
He's like 20 pounds, and he thinks he's a 100-pound pit bull.
That's
Yeah,
the
my
thing with the little dogs.
To get you to throw a stick or to lick
But
you to death.
you can see that he's a lap dog.
Okay, Organic Raw Roots says it's to have a pit. I don't know. I have my opinions on that whole situation. People need to educate themselves.
Yep.
And look at studies, read studies. Being a I don't know. Honestly, a black lab is more likely to attack and bite you than a pit bull, and that is a study.
I'm looking
That
at
has
my
been a
black
study.
lab.
That's like Huskies and Malamutes. If you get more than one of them together, they're more than likely to take you down anyway because they're highly pack animals.
Yep.
Yes, but I have 4 Huskies, and
Yeah,
they're
and they're big enough to get the job done.
yeah. And they pull. Oh my gosh, my dogs pull on leash. But when I want them to pull, I can't get them to.
One of our best dogs ever growing up was a German Shepherd, and sweetest, gentlest giant. The dog was huge, but gentlest giant ever. And then working in insurance where they wouldn't insure you if you had a German Shepherd, and I was shocked because ours was such a sweetheart. It has nothing to do with the breed of the dog. It has to do with who raises them and who trains them or doesn't train them. And it's the untrained ones that are it's sad. So the whole breed gets the same thing with pit bulls. The whole breed gets
It's
grouped into
stereotypical of dog. It's
stereotype.
stereotypes
Yeah.
of dog. Our profiling of animals because of breed.
Yep.
Yeah, they tell us not to do that with people, but yet they do it with dogs, and it just irritates me.
It's species.
I don't know. I've met some cats that will attack you when you walk in, and my cats don't. They might climb up you, but they don't attack.
Hey,
organic raw roots.
Used to be trained to be attack cats.
A pit rescue is actually there are a few of them out there, and they are phenomenal. So yeah, you're doing great. That is awesome that you volunteer for that. Yeah, Ivy's forge. I don't blame you. We've got snow here too, and I keep wanting to send it away because I don't like it.
Don't send it my way.
It's cold
with here.
Ivy's Forge asked where everybody was from. I'm from Northwest Tennessee.
I'm in Iowa.
I'm in Washington, but we've only got snow like 3 days this year. Knock on wood. I'm not knocking because my dog will bark.
We ain't got snow yet.
And we didn't really even get snow that stuck to the ground. I mean, in places it stayed, but mostly it just melted as soon as it hit. So,
and I'll tell you, the snow has kind of hampered my dreams and my ambition because it's cold. I don't want to go outside and do what I need to do and what I want to do.
So far this winter, we've only had 2 weeks where it was cold. One back in the fall, and then last week. And now it's warming back up to be in the 50s.
that's not fair.
And we had a little bit of ice in the fall, and then just puddles here have been ice. Other than that, that's it.
We've had ice, rain, and snow constant the whole month of January. It has not stopped. Flooding rains in December. I'm just so sick of the rain. I just want one day where it's dry, where I can go out and build a deck, and then it can start raining again. And then it has to dry up.
Something days to finish it.
What's that?
You got 330 something days to finish it.
Not if it's going to rain 300 and something days, because I'm in Washington where everything is washed daily.
Or a rain slicker.
Yeah. See, she's not far from me. It's so much rain here. We have to just work in the rain sometimes, or stuff will never get done. That's true, but I don't want to put up gutters and build a deck in the rain.
I will do, if there's something that absolutely has to be done in the cold and the rain and the snow and all that crap, I will do it. But for the most part, my butt's planted right in this house. It doesn't go anywhere in the wintertime. Except to take care of my chickens.
Chickens and rabbits, that's it.
The next steps I have to do on the tiny home is putting in the water, putting in the septic, putting the gutters on and building a deck, and so they're all outdoors. The only thing really I could do on the inside at this point is I could run my plumbing on the inside and I could run my electrical on the inside, but then I'm really kind of stuck until the other stuff gets done. So it better stop raining here soon. Hopefully. We'll see.
February.
Which
I
I
have
do
tried
know.
that here. Let's see.
Here in a couple of days, I'll be starting bell peppers.
Nice.
That is so not fair. I can't even start seeds indoors until the end of February because our season's so short.
Oh, I don't know
Like,
who
that's
else does this. I don't know who else has ever done this, but you can go to almanac.com and they'll give you a guide based on your weather
Yep.
to your zone and everything and tell you your starting dates. I've already printed it off, put it in my box.
Yeah, my indoor. That's exactly what I did. And my indoor starting date, the earliest is February 22nd, I think. But I put it all on my little calendar, wherever that went. It's sitting here somewhere, but I have it all on my calendar.
That just shows, the big difference between like zone 7 and then like zone 5.
Yep.
Lynette, random animals need to quit surprising you, huh?
See, zone 10B and 11, they can just grow all year long except for in the summer.
Yep.
Well, in California, I was zone 9 and I could grow all year long. And here I'm zone 9 or zone 8 or something, but our season is so short. In California, I could grow all year long. It was no problem.
Yeah, and you have a larger variety of things to grow other than here.
Really.
But
Yep.
I mean, I can grow with like hoop houses and plastic. I can grow lettuce year round.
They got Reaper.
Yeah, I could too. And I want to do that. That's a goal for next year or a dream or what have you for next year or more. But I think I'm in 8A or 8B. I never remember. Because really the zone doesn't matter because I'm also in a conversion area here. And I think our last frost is sometime in April. I forget, but
Yeah, I am right on that. In some cases, I'm in 5A. Otherwise, I'm in 5B. So I'm just like, nope. I'm in zone 5. Period.
Yeah, our zone is similar to California, but the number of days that we actually have sunshine to grow stuff is not at all.
See, I always wanted to go out and live in Washington and whatnot. I think it's beautiful, but I couldn't handle it there because honestly, depression would kill me with all that weather. Not having all the sun, that would drive me crazy.
I don't get the depression from, I know that people warn me about moving up here is that, oh, you can get depressed easily or whatever, but I haven't got the depression because I love the cool, foggy, the sun makes me sick physically. So I like that weather that we get, but I also take vitamin supplements. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Yeah. See, like Lynette, I love the rain as long as I don't have to go out and work in it. I like the cool air over the hot summer days. On the hot summer days, you'll find me sitting inside in the AC more than you will in the wintertime.
See, it don't help me to sit in the house in the summertime because the house is hotter than it is outside.
Oh yeah. No, I have the AC going and
this is with the AC.
I can't handle the heat at all. And our heat here is like 90 degrees and I can't handle it. I have to be out of the sun.
I mean, in this room that we're sitting in with the window AC and everything, it'll be 95 degrees in here.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
My house is the same way. But now I have a new, we have new AC. We got central air. So I'm anxious to see what happens this summer. The humidity just kills me though.
Ivy's Forge and Homestead. Yes, I get tons of rain, but we don't get the sunshine and the plants need sun to grow too. So, so really the solution for us here is to do a greenhouse that we can grow in year round. But, that's not on the books for this year unless a miracle happens. It's not going to happen this year. Maybe by fall, but we'll see. I'm just broke right now because of the tiny home. So,
And that's what some of our goals are this year, is to implement more structures to extend the growing season. Well, which doesn't take much of a growing season extension here. It's just like 2 months of extension, but plastic and PVC pipe goes a long way on a raised bed.
yeah, that's exactly what we're going to be looking at doing. What Lynette says here, it's weird for weather. It's rain, and then in the summertime we get nothing. It's just bone dry. But
Yeah.
we're still not getting a whole lot of sun, and I think our season is only like 10 weeks long or something. It's pretty short.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get the greenhouse this year. It's on my goals list, so my vision list. So I'm hoping. I'm going to probably have to do crowdfunding in order to get it done, at least to get what I'm looking for and what I actually have eyes on. So I have the ability to get a greenhouse. I'm not going to have the funding to do so until I don't know when. So I might have to do like a crowdfunding type thing, because I really do want to be able to grow year round so I can do market.
On Ivy's Forge and Homestead, he says lights can substitute for sun, just don't go solar. We can't do solar here. It's just not an option. But also where we do get the sun and where my garden is, we don't have any electricity out there, like none. So that's part of the reason why the greenhouse will be put off for a while. I want to find a great place to put it, maybe even behind my tiny home. But and then I also want to have electricity out there.
I think I have enough stuff saved up to build the greenhouse, but my greenhouse is going to be a little bit different, and I've talked to some people about it. So I've got I need a few more posts to build the actual glass greenhouse, but off of 2 of those walls, I'm going to put plastic hoop houses off of it. So not only is the greenhouse going to be used for starting seeds and propagating seeds, things of that nature, but it's also going to be a heat sink for the plastic tunnels, because the glass heats up more, and then I can funnel it off into there. So
nice.
That's what our plans are for one spot on the property, plus cold frames and things of that nature.
See, so I'll wait until after Nathan gets his done so I could go check out his design and then maybe do something like that here.
There you go.
Well,
because I have no clue. Go ahead.
I was fortunate enough to get 4 glass doors, like patio doors. They were all 4 identical, so we took them out and I stripped all the aluminum off the outside of them. So I've got double paned glass to use as my roof.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
But the ones on the sides are just going to be single paned aluminum storm windows, which I have a stash of them as well.
Oh, Lazy Pond, that's awesome. They got a free greenhouse frame. Just need to wrap it and get it going. That's awesome.
See, we have the Costco garage frames. You guys have seen them, I'm sure, in some of our videos, but we have the metal frames that I want to convert one of those into a greenhouse. But now, I'd also like to know where the best place to place it is, and that's watching the sun and stuff in the winter and the spring. So
now you can get 6 mil plastic from just about any hardware store, but it's not graded enough for a greenhouse, but it will last you 1 year. So if you're in a crunch this year and still want to grow, spend the $60 for the 100 foot of plastic, save up your pennies throughout the year, and then go and get some greenhouse plastic that'll last you 6 years.
Yep.
I don't think the 6 mil plastic will last us here because we have winds that come up the river and just would hit us smack on. It would rip it to shreds within a month.
It's actually pretty stout stuff. We've put it up on a lot of buildings and things.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
use it quite a bit in construction,
Hmm.
and it yeah.
We might be
That-
able to. I'd rather just save up and do it one time and have it done.
Well, I mean, even with greenhouse plastic, it's not a one-time deal. You're going to be replacing it every 5 to 6 years, and
yeah.
it's a big
True.
And because because of the weather that you do have, like even here, the 6-year greenhouse plastic doesn't last 6 years here.
No,
Our weather's
Right.
too harsh.
but
It's too harsh.
But the thing with it is, though, whereas in here it won't last. It will probably last the 6 years as long as we don't have the horrible winds. But what will
Right.
degrade it for me is the solar energy, whereas
Mhm.
you don't get any solar energy. So in that factor, you might be able to get by longer with just regular 6 mil plastic as well.
Yeah.
And as long as
Yeah,
you have it
true.
on there tight, as long as you have it on there tight, and then where the wind can't just get hold of something, it's going to last longer as well too.
And can't you double it up, like on the side where the wind is going to hit it? Could I double it on that side, or
You actually, what would make it even better is to double it up and get some thin pieces of wood and go up your boards or whatnot, like your studs. Give it an air
Okay.
gap for insulation, and then staple that on top of that as well. It's like you have double pane windows then.
okay?
Yeah,
So the air
it gives you better heat. It gives you a lot better heat.
Right. It works as a thermal mass
Yeah.
in the glass itself. And that'll
cool.
translate into heat on the inside.
Yeah, that's.
I'll have to talk to you more about
that.
that. Yeah, I'll have to talk to you more about that later. I like I said, right now my number one concern is getting the house done. But if I have time later this season, then maybe I could do something for the fall to extend our growing season into the fall. But that would be really nice.
Good night, Ivy's Forge and Homestead. Have a wonderful.
Yeah, and you guys, it's like 5:40 here, so we probably need to end this because I know there's other people that are going live here pretty soon. But yeah, I'd like to make this a weekly thing and invite different people to come on and talk about how they get unstuck when they have something that they want to do, or how to mentally get unstuck sometimes because we think we can't do something and we really can. We just need that extra push or that motivation or that nudge to get us going in the right direction. So I think that's better than doing a live on, okay, I put hurricane clips on my house this week. Isn't that boring? Nobody wants to hear about that.
Hey,
Yeah, they do.
Well, I have the videos on that. So I'll put the videos up on that, but I don't want to talk, I don't want to do a live based on that. That would be silly. So, let me see what this one is. Polyweave on my chicken house. Oh, nice. And is that a clear polyweave, McCoy's?
Which one?
The calico one.
Oh. Thank you. Well, better bitch.
The info on how to put hurricane clips up. Actually, I didn't video that because it was that boring. I should have. But
pretty self-explanatory.
well, no, you know what? This guy did a video on it, and I was so tempted because it was hilarious. He put the hurricane clip up, and then he took duct tape, and he duct taped it, and then he put like an extra piece of duct tape, and then he said that was so that when your roof blows off, that the hurricane straps will still be attached to the roof, so you don't have to go out and buy them again. I was just like dying laughing watching that video. But and that was a video on how to do hurricane straps, is that he duct taped them on. But I bought the pneumatic palm nailer. And so literally what would have taken me hours of hammering in 400 nails took us maybe an hour and a half. And it was done. My sister and I just traded off because it was fun to play with the tool, but it was pretty much done in an hour and a half. It was sweet.
The only thing I use those pneumatic palm nailers for is for pole barn nails that are about 10 inches long. Other than that, putting in hurricane clips, it's just 2 or 3 hits and I'm done. And homesteading, I didn't take it at all. And I'm glad I can clear it up for you.
I'm old, and the only time I can hit a nail with a hammer is if my thumb's over it. Then I'll hit it.
The hammer over your head.
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't think of that.
But
Anyhow.
also the hammer I use every day is like almost 24 ounces.
Yeah, I have a 24-ounce hammer. I'm not going to use that. I have a 16-ounce that I use. But the idea of getting up on a ladder, hammering overhead 400 times because there's 10 nails in each clip, it was so much easier with the pneumatic column nailer. So I'd have probably never got it done the other way. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do this, guys. We will see you soon. I haven't put up a specific date and time for lives yet. I may not. I may just do it whenever the feeling comes over to me to do it live, but we'll see. But for now, I will say goodbye to you all, and thank you, Nathan and Mandy, for joining me tonight.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
We'll see you guys later.
Okay. Bye, everybody. Love ya.
Bye-bye.